Hey guys! So my previous video I talked about the kind of experience that I had when doing my research on children products within financial institutions, and it was interesting to note that I wasn't the only one who suffered as I was trying to get this information. I'll tell you about that just now. So if you're a bank, if you're a SACCO, if you're an MFI, if you are in a Chama, if you use these services, you want to watch this video. This is Rina Hicks and you're on MoneyWise, where we create, grow and preserve wealth. Last week, on the 12th of July, I saw the headlines on Business Daily, and it was revealed banks with high account charges. And they went on to talk about the different accounts and the different banks that are expensive, those that are not so expensive, and they've referenced the Financial Sector Deepening Annual Report for 2016. And so I want to talk about it a little bit. But one of the things I want to mention is the findings, or at least the experience that the FSD Kenya team went through. And they said in their report that they had to send at least 6 people, believe it or not, to each single institution, because each time somebody went to the bank, they wouldn't get all the information that they needed. There was inconsistencies in the information, and in fact there was times where the people would give different information from the exact same bank about charges on the different products that they have. Can you believe that? You have people within the same branch of the same bank giving different information about costs of certain products. This is in the report. I'm serious, by the way. The other thing that they said was that it was just difficult to get access to this information in the report. They had challenges with getting responses, whether it was from the banks, and when they got the responses, the information was not sufficient for them to do it. So they had to keep sending people back to get the information. And so I guess the report is very interesting from that perspective. The Financial Sector Deepening, FSD Kenya, is a program that was started in 2005. And this program is important because all it was trying to do is to try and find ways to deepen the financial markets in Kenya. What that means is to provide access and usefulness of the financial services to people, to lift them from poverty to a higher class of living, or a higher standard of living, because that way then we're able to grow as an economy. And so they find ways of helping people and who are providing financial services to provide those services meaningfully. And one of the things that was interesting to note, by the way, that they found out is that in 2006, only 27% of the population who were adults at the time had access to any form of financial service, so whether that's a SACCO, whether that's a village banking model, whether that's an actual bank, only 27% of the adult population. Today, that has grown to over 75% of the population. But do you know what? We are still in poverty. We are. And so one of the things that they found out is that it's not just about access, I can send M-Pesa. That will not lift me from poverty. That financial service needs to provide me with a solution that is meaningful to me, a solution that I can use to help me in my business as a person, to lift me up from where I am, whether it's a loan that I need when I need it, without having to provide collateral that is immovable, and other things that will help me have access to this capital to do great things. The second thing they found is costs. Costs are very limiting, and so some of the institutions you find have such huge costs that it inhibits growth. And the last thing is trust. And the trust issue is just what I talked about earlier. Lack of disclosure, lack of consistent information, that prevents growth from happening. So if you're a financial institution out there, you're a SACCO, you're an MFI, you're a bank, you want to grow, provide information. Imagine, just like what I'm doing, and you will be amazed at how people will come running to you. Provide solutions that are meaningful for where people are at. And that way, not only will you grow, but you will play a key role in helping small businesses and people who are struggling to come up to another level, and therefore improve the levels of poverty in this country. And so I urge you to kindly look at what it is that you're providing, not just for you to make a nice bottom line at the end of the day, but how are you transforming the society that you're operating in? All right, guys, subscribe. If you have any questions, please write them in my comment section so that I'll be able to respond to them and at least add value to you as well. This is Rina Hicks, and you're on MoneyWise, where we create, grow, and preserve wealth.